Good day, everyone. We are Group 2, and we are here to discuss about the products of interaction. But first, let me introduce to you each of our members. I am Ian M. Coysuna, the leader. We have Mary Kate Agipo, Ninya May Argalion, Althea Nicole Belling, Ayasa Jean Caro, and Crisel John Trujillo. In this lesson, we will define interaction, identify and define the different products of interaction, and differentiate the different products of interaction. So, let's begin.
Good day, everyone. Today, we are going to talk about interaction. And I'm pretty sure we're all familiar with this because we've been practicing interaction even since we were little. So, what is interaction? By definition, interaction is a reciprocal action or effect between two or more people, groups, or things. To remember it easily, interaction is a reciprocated action or a two-way process, which means the people involved in this process are influencing or affecting each other rather than the other. In conversation, interaction can be evidently seen. One best example for this is in a classroom setting. When a teacher is discussing a lesson to her students and the students are actively participating, there is an interaction happening because both the teacher and the students are active in the process by exchanging ideas and information. Second example is that when a group of friends are having a conversation, as they are talking and exchanging ideas, they are affecting and influencing one another. In our society, there are a lot of interaction going, and this results to us having a products of interactions. And we are going to talk about the 5 products of interaction, which are the beliefs, norms, attitude, social construct, and values.
So first, let's tackle what is value. So values are the core principle that guide your decision and actions. They represent what you believe is important in life and determine what you consider to be right, wrong, good, or bad. So, in short, ang values kay mo ni siya imong gituuhan o imong principle nga nag-guide sa imong behavior o sa imong decision. So these are the examples of values. So for example, honesty, integrity, respect, kindness, responsibility, perseverance, courage, fairness, justice, compassion, creativity, and loyalty. So for example, if your value is honesty, so you believe in the importance of being honest, so you always tell truth.
Good day, everyone. So today, let's talk about belief. So what is belief? Belief is something people accept as true even if it cannot always be proven. So it often comes from religion, culture, and tradition. Now, I have 2 examples for you to understand further what is beliefs. So first, people believe it is bad luck to sweep during a wake. They avoid sweeping until after the burial. It is said to sweep blessings or disturb the spirit of the dead. So next is example number 2. So people believe that pregnant women should wear black t-shirt to protect themselves from evil spirit that try to harm the unborn baby. So in short, belief is something people strongly hold on to, whether it comes from faith, culture, or tradition. It influences how they live or how they make decisions.
Next is attitude. In psychological, attitude is a way of person think, feels, and act based on their values and beliefs. It is like our inner guide that influence our behavior towards people, situation, and things. My own experience or examples of attitude. First is helping at home without being asked. So as a person, as a daughter, so di na ta kailangan i-force pa sa tong mama para suguon sa mga buluhaton sa balay. Busa kanang magkusa na ta, dapat dili na ta ingnan kung kanang buhatan na So as a person, we know na kailangan ka ng buhaton na nato. Next is studying hard in school. So we have this attitude no nga mo strive kag knowledge. So kung ganahan ka nga kanang mahimo kang Latin honors or imong goal nga maka 1.1 ka, so you need to strive more knowledge and put effort into learning. Is controlling anger and choosing to speak kindly. So we have this attitude pud no nga if ang usa ka tawo mawad-an nag temper na mabot yun sa point nga kanang mo syagit na makapanakit na kanang laing tao gamit ang mga kanang mga bad words. So as a person no, we need to manage our emotion, control your emotion. So as a person no, kanang dapat jud na tong kanang choose to speak slowly and wisely. So di na to ipada atong emotions atong kalagot. So kanang we need to choose good words, not a bad words, para di ta makapasakit sa laing tao.
Norms are rules or expectations that govern behavior in a particular group, society, or culture. It influences how people interact with each other and what is considered acceptable or unacceptable behavior. They help people know how to act and behave in different situations. Like, for example, saying please, thank you, and excuse me before you leave, and when you arrive home, you bless your parents. Saying sorry if you have a mistake.
So now, let's move on to social construct. If we define it, social construct exists not in objective reality, but as a result of human interaction. In simpler words, social construct exists because we, the people in the society, believe that it exists. One great example for this is money. Come to think of it, money is just a piece of paper, right? But we, the people, give value to it. We use it to buy foods, clothes, necessity, needs, and wants. Thus, now that piece of paper has importance, and we all collectively agree that it does, and that is a social construct. Second example is countries. Naturally, on Earth, there are lands and waters, right? But countries divides one territory from another, and this is a result of political agreements, wars, colonizations, and such. Third example is beauty standards. Beauty standards varies from one place to another. Like let's say the beauty standards here in the Philippines are completely different from other countries. Here in the Philippines, the people are more likely to consider someone as beautiful if they have fair skin, and that belief is different from the other countries. Thus, beauty standards is an example of social construct because we agree that it exists.
Before moving on to the next part, let's have a recap first. Again, these are the products of interaction. We have values, beliefs, attitudes, norms, and social construct. Now, let's move on to discussing one of the figures in philosophy and sociology, a person known for his theory related to interaction. So George Herbert Mead was an American philosopher and sociologist born on February 27, 1863 and died on April 26, 1931. He was known for founding the theory of symbolic interactionism, which states that society is built upon the shared meanings we put on symbols. This includes the languages and gestures that we use to understand each other better. Thus, society is built upon communication and interaction. An example to this is the varied meaning of the word dog. The O and G are simply just letters, but when put together, the word dog is created, which means a furry creature that barks, or a symbol of friendship and loyalty. Another example is nodding. It is a sign of approval, but for some other cultures, like in Syria, Greece, and Turkey, it means disapproval. In his 1934 work, Mind, Self, and Society, Mead argued that innate instincts is not the only definition of self, but as well as the interactions that we have with others. As the saying goes, no man is an island. We develop not only on our own, but also by the help of others. The self is something which has development. It is not initially there at birth. The quotation means that development is not innate. As we experience life, we undergo biological, cognitive, and social developments that leads to the emergence of ourselves. For our trivia, did you know that Mead's work Mind, Self, and Society was published after his death? Yes, it was a posthumous work. His students at the University of Chicago compiled all of his works and published it in 1934. So that was our topic. I hope you learned something. Thank you for watching.